and welcome to Beads Jar. In today's tutorial I'll show you how to make the Paisley Duo tassel earring. To make up this project we'll be working with the fab Paisley Duo beads here, and we've got size 11 Cranberry seed beads in the Miyukis and size 15 seed beads. I'll be adding to the top and bottom one O bead as well, so one O bead at the bottom and one at the top. We'll have two jump rings, one's already used on my project, and the ear hooks. You can use sterling silver or silver plate, that's completely to decide. And I'll be adding these fab hot pink tassel as well to the bottom. I'll be threading the beaded part of the project onto an 8-pound Fireline, and I'll be using a size 10 beading needle. And what I've also got is my precision scissors and a pair of flat nose pliers. We're going to start by making our spiral section up of our earring. So we want 9 of the Paisley Duo beads threading onto our beading needle. So I'm going to pick up, so I'm onto 3. And you will notice as I'm picking these beads up that they're all facing in the same direction. So we want 9 in total, so we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Just double check before I move on to the next stage that they are all facing the right way. And then we're going to take them down our beading thread. So here we've got a bit of tail end of thread, not gone excessive, maybe about 7 centimeters. So this is the tail end, and I'm going to go back round the paisley beads with my beading needle. So that's the second time I'm going round now. And as I pull the ends together, we are getting the circle of the paisley beads. So just flip them out. There you go. And I'm going to go back 1, so my beading needle thread is there. I'm going to go back once through the Paisley Duo. So I'm crisscrossing my thread like so. And now I want to add my beads in between. So my threads come out of the hole at the top of this Paisley Duo, this one here, and I'm going to take it back through the bottom row, so through that hole there. Don't worry if it's a bit loose at the moment, we will be tightening all that up as we go. Now I'm going to start picking up some beads to put in between each Paisley Duo. So I'm going to pick up the size 11 Cranberries, and I'm going to go through the next paisley and along. I'm at my last bead so I've completed my spiral, so I'm going to go through, and you'll notice I also go through the cranberry bead after that as well. So now we've got our pattern how we want it, and I can actually go ahead and pick up my next section of beads to which we can add our O bead. So we've come out of that cranberry bead here, and I'm now going to pick up 3 of the size 15 black Miyukis. So we've got 3 15s, another 11 cranberry, and one of our O beads. If I move that O bead up a little, just to show you what I'm going to do next, so I'm going to come through that cranberry bead. So I'm going to go through from the opposite way that the thread came out. And now I'm going to pick up, and I want to pick up 3 size 15 beads. now I've got my 15s on there, I'm going to go back through the paisley and out with the beading needle. And I'm going to do one complete tour of all those beads again. I've now come back and I'm going through the next beads along. So there you can see how we created the little top onto that bead. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fourth one along. So I'm going to go through the cranberry, paisley, cranberry, paisley, cranberry bead. And I'm going to create this same effect here. So you want 3 of your 15s, 1 cranberry and 1 O bead. Back through the cranberry, but remember to go in the opposite direction that the thread came through. And we pick up 1, 2, 3 blacks, whoops, and throw them all off your beading needle again. So we'll pick them up again, through the paisley and out of the side. And then I'm going to go all the way around as I did for the other side as well. So we have the 2 ends, and I'm going to get back to our starter thread here. In order to do that, I'm going to go down. So firstly I'm going to go through the cranberry bead, but not the paisley. And now I'm taking my thread down through the bottom hole on that paisley. So it's come out here and we're going to gun across, and that will hide my thread in between those beads so we can't see that black thread. I'm coming through the next 3 paisleys, so you can do one at a time if you wish. Whoops. Jumping around a bit. And now I'm out of the paisley next to my starter thread, and I'm going to tie those 2 together. So I'm just going to do a knot with those 2, and I'm pulling that knot nice and tight, and then take my beading needle back through the paisley in order to hide that knot inside. Go through to the next one. And I'm going to finish this end off. So I'm going to take my beading needle under the Fireline that's between these 2 paisleys, and we're going to create a loop of Fireline here. And the beading needle goes through the loop and we pull that knot tight, and that hides between the 2 beads when we next go through the next paisley along. And I'm going to do that a second time. So under, loop forming, pull that tight, knot disappears in between, and we move along. I'm now going to take that thread away. I'm happy it's nice and secure. that off with the scissors and also the tail end. The next part I'm going to do is show you how to connect your ear hook. So I've just grabbed my flat nose pliers for this, and in my fingers I'm going to hold the ear wire, so I'm supporting the neck of the ear wire with my finger and thumb. The gap of the ear wire is here, so this is where it opens, and if you take your pliers, so flat nose pliers, and you place them either side of the loop edge, and with one movement you're just going to twist your wrist upwards. So I've opened that now. I'll just do that a little bit more actually, because we've got the O bead to fit on. And there's our O bead, and we're just going to slot that on and close this together, connecting the spiral to our ear hook. Now we want to connect our tassel. So I'm getting my jump ring, and these come on a row, so you just take that off when you're ready for using your tassel. When I open jump rings, the best thing I've found is to hold one side of the jump ring and make sure that the split of the jump ring is facing up and away from me. And I grip one side and I push one away. So I'm opening the jump ring like so, and when I close it I just reverse that so that the edges go back together. So now I've got that open. This is a fiddly part. You need to take your jump ring through the loop on the top of the tassel. There we go. As you can see, I've pulled that, so I'll be pulling back through each cord to pull that down and not have that lump in the middle. Whilst my jump ring's still open, I'm going to get the O bead from the opposite side of the spiral with the paisley beads on, and I'm hooking that into the same jump ring, and then you're closing that. So you're going to close it the same way we opened it, so by pushing one side back towards the other. This way we avoid any gaps in the jump ring. And there you have your lovely tassel earrings. One last thing just to show you is you can, by all means, trim your tassels down if you find that length a little too long. There's nothing to stop you just taking a bit more length off the tassels. That's just personal preference and where you want them to sit depending on the neck length for the person wearing them. I hope you enjoy this one. I hope you've enjoyed our tutorial today. Remember to give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, why not subscribe to see what creations we come up with all of our new beautiful beads here at Beads Jar. Until next time, bye bye.